Planning for progress. If success is your target, planning is a must because planning is key to success in life. Are you a student? You will need a plan. Or are you a career person? You will also need a plan. Maybe you are a business person. You will also need a business plan for the success of that business. Why must I plan? Because every purpose requires a plan. Whatever I have in mind to do, it needs a plan. Planning gives you focus and energy for that your dream, for your goals to come to the light. You need a good plan. In fact, anything that must increase, that must succeed, that must progress will need a wise planning. All right? Okay. To scale any height in life, you have to first sit down to strategize on how to go about it. No matter the height, it can be academic height, it can be a career height, it can be a business height, it can be ministry height, whatever the height is. In this video, we'll be looking at what is planning, who needs planning, God in our plan, and finally, how to plan. All right, now let's begin. First, what is planning? Planning is a step-by-step design of how to accomplish your goal. It's a map of your future, a map of what you want to achieve. You pen it down, arrange it step by step. I'll do this first, I'm going to do that first, I'm going to do this first, I'm going to get to this side first, I'm going to read this first, I'm going to do that. That's planning. It's a step-by-step approach to accomplish a goal. We can also see planning as a process of action geared towards accomplishing a task. It's a process of action. So you take action. Okay? Now, to plan, you need to sit down first to think and write down what will be required to make that goal or journey successful. Okay? You have to sit down. You have to think. You have to use your brain to plan your goals. You have to sit. You have to pen it down. Write it. As you think, you write, okay, I'm going to arrange it like this. I'm going to do it like this. That's how we do it. Now, in planning, there are certain questions we need to ask and answer to get a good plan. Like, what do I need to do? Who will I consult in doing this? Where do I have to do this? When do I need to do it? How will I do it? Why will I do it? All these questions, if answered, will give you a perfect and a good plan that you can use to pursue your goal. Okay? Next, who needs planning? Everyone that must be successful needs to plan. All right? You need to plan. A fashion designer will measure first, design the pattern, and then join the cloth in sewing before he starts the sewing. All right? Life not well planned will be frustrating and confusing. You need to plan. Who needs planning? The success of a student will need a study plan. You want to pass that exam, then you will draw out a plan for your study. That's it. Even the success of a businessman will need a businessman, a business plan to be successful in that business. The construction of a building will also need a building plan. So you have to plan. Okay? All right. Let's look at God in our plan. First, we need to know that God is a strategic planner. He created the earth. Since then, the earth has not needed maintenance. It's still standing. All right? You have to know what to do first before another. God created water before creating fish. Because the fish will need water to survive. Okay? You need to know what should come first. What do I do first? What will I know first before knowing the other? How will I do this business? How will I go about my career? I want to be a medical doctor. What do I do? You need to know this step by step. He created sunlight before creating the plant. Why? The plant needs sunlight. He created the garden before creating man. Why? The man had to feed from the garden. Is that okay? All right. It is what you plan that God will direct at the end of the day. Our plan is our seriousness, our proof of seriousness to God, that we are ready to reach that goal. All right? God will only partner with you in your plan. He will edit it where necessary. All right? For your success. Okay. Even prayer without planning is playing without knowing. Prayer without planning. For your prayers to be answered, you need to plan it. God created man with the facilities to be a thinker and a planner. You have to brainstorm. The brain is the place for planning. Sit down and think. Thinking and reasoning are the raw materials for planning. You must sit first and take your time to plan your way up. All right? Next, how to plan. How do I plan? Number one, define your goals first. You need to know where you are going. A football match without a goal post will end up with no score. All right? What you don't define, you can't refine. You can't get the juice from it. Define your destination. Know where you are going so you can plan it. You must have a purpose, a dream, a vision of where you are going to plan. Next, your goals must be smart. And that we mean it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to be relevant to you and the people around you, and then it has to be timely. It has to be time bound, as in time, there will be time to achieve it. Okay? Number two, write the goals down. Don't tell me I have my goals in my head, I have what I want to do in my head. No. Write it down. Never begin the day until it is finished on paper, until it is finished in writing. Those are the words of Jim Rohn. Okay? What you don't pen down may not drive you. Yes, that's how it goes. Pen it down so it can drive you. Okay? Number three, decide a deadline. I'm going to finish this thing in 6 months' time. I'm going to know this in 6 months' time. Keep a deadline, because deadline facilitates the pursuit of your goal. Number 4, develop the plan. Having known your goal and written it down, you need to develop the plan. How do you do that? List out the step by step on how to follow it up. Create a rough list of the task, the approach, responsibility, and with due dates of each of them, when to finish them. You have to be specific. Ensure you tackle a part of the task daily. Oh yes, every day should bring you closer to the achievement or fulfillment of your goal. Make sure you work every day to reach the goal. Each task should be clearly defined. We are still on how to create a plan. Okay, break large tasks into smaller ones. If the task is too big, break it into smaller ones for easy execution. Then prioritize your task and then add deadlines. Know the ones that will come first. Put the dates you are going to finish it, the time you are going to finish it. Okay? All right. Write out the materials, the resources, and what will be needed. If you need to buy a textbook, you write it out. Make a budget of what you need to be able to fulfill your goals. Okay? Keep this plan where you will see it daily, because you need to see it. Paste it on a wall or anywhere you can see it. Now, you also make a to-do list to track your progress daily. A to-do list. Okay, in the morning, I am going to do Bible study first. After that, I'm going to do some house chores. Okay, after some house chores, I'm going to be in school. After that, I'm going to read. You pen it down. And then tick the ones you achieve for that day. Anyone you cannot achieve, you move it to the next day. That's how we do it. Alright? Let's look at a simple 24 hours schedule for a student. Let's say we have in the column, the first column, we have a task. We have the approach of the task, then the requirement of what he needs to fulfill the task, then time when that particular task should be over. Yes, you need to know. You have to plan your 24 hours properly. If you can plan 24 hours, you can plan 2 days, you can plan a week. All right? For example, let's say we have 2 tasks. Task 1, let's say it involves sitting down to read for some time, and the requirement may be a book and a pen, and then you'll be doing that for 3 hours, maybe 9 to 12. After 3 hours he's done with that, he goes to the next task, which is task 2. All right, let's say that one is exercise. All right, and then maybe he will be needing a football and some friends to achieve that, and then he's doing that for 3 or let's say 2 hours again. 2 hours this time. All right, that's how we do it. You plan your 24 hours. If you can plan 24 hours, you will soon plan 1 week and 1 month. Okay, so start by planning a day. Ensure to follow up your plan daily. Thank you very much. Part 2 of this video is coming up. Ensure you subscribe this channel. Thanks for watching.